Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear.
You were very bubbly and extroverted, and you loved to sing. You sang everywhere, you know, walking down the street. And you were just confident, and you were just Becca.
What is it called?
You're always happy, always like in a good mood.
I love Mom. She's great.
I love Becca. She's awesome.
There's a special glow and thing about you that everyone just wanted to be with you.
I really noticed the ex-boyfriend coming into your life in middle school. You automatically went after him. He was new and you just fell in love right away.
You were really happy because you were in a new relationship and all that. I felt like it was a good thing for you at first.
She was just 13 when she fell in love with the boy of her dreams. Nothing seemed to matter without him. All her friends didn't care for him, but he was everything to her.
He seemed a very strong personality, somebody who kind of demanded attention of the room, and he wasn't afraid to kind of state his opinions, and I know that caused a lot of tension.
You could tell he was kind of controlling, just the way he acted and just the way he treated his friends as well. You could just tell there was something not quite right with him.
He and I dated in middle school, and then we reconnected in high school.
I knew he'd be a problem the first time you met him and the first time you dated him. And then when he came back, I was just like, oh no, this is not gonna be good. This is gonna be really, really bad. But I had no idea how bad it would get.
We were going to lunch one day and you said that you didn't want me to post any pictures on Facebook because you didn't want him to see them. And I didn't exactly understand until you told me that he didn't want you to go to lunch with me anymore.
I know he didn't like us talking, and that was a big reason why we didn't talk. And that bugged me quite a lot because control is one of the first warning signs in an unhealthy relationship.
During that time, you became pretty distant. You were never home. That was one big difference. You were just gone.
It felt like there was a ghost in our house. We'd see you for 5 minutes, grab some stuff, and then go.
What I found is that I started having to ask you more questions and drawing you out rather than you just sharing information on your own.
I couldn't ever reach you. I would always try texting you and calling you, and he would answer for you. He would text me back.
Each time I tried talking to him, he always came off as you need to stay away from her and just leave her alone.
And he was trying to make you break up with every friend you had. He wanted your attention solely on him and no one else. He was isolating you.
You started skipping school a lot to the point where you started having issues staying caught up.
You were the kind of girl who wore makeup every day and always did your hair and picked out a really cute outfit, and then all of a sudden you started wearing like sweatpants and really big baggy clothing.
No wearing open-toed shoes, no wearing anything tight at all, no hugging or holding hands with any friends, no deleting any text messages. He had to go through my contacts and delete anyone I wasn't allowed to talk to. He pushed me into walls and would grab my wrist so tightly that it'd leave marks. He would push me to try new things sexually when I wasn't ready.
He kept pressuring you. It just sent you into a downward spiral after that.
I think I realized it was a domestic violence relationship when I would catch you in a lie and you would keep lying to get out of that lie because I think you were covering up for him. You know, and I remember you just were so anxious. I had never been around somebody who was so anxious.
You could tell that you were getting more depressed because you were thinking about hurting yourself, like self-harm, and you got into a really dark stage and depressed stage for a while that it seemed like no one could pull you out of it.
I think that was really kind of the point, especially when you thought you were pregnant.
He had a plan to get me pregnant sophomore year so that I'd be tied to him for the rest of my life.
He told me that if you were pregnant, that was his baby and you were gonna go be with him and that's just how it was gonna be, and he would have all this say in the matter and we wouldn't have any say.
He was going to swoop in and take you away, and nobody would get in his way. He had been a fire setter in the past. He had made statements about killing your parents. I think this potentially is a very dangerous young man. Very potentially dangerous.
To watch you being so young and seeing you so vulnerable, you just didn't understand the severity of the situation of what you had gotten yourself into.
You were so low that day.
I had never seen you so dark in all my life. And as a collective group, we had no choice. It was the 0 dark hour and you had to go get help.
I remember driving you up there at night and you just were so frozen. It was the most depressed I've ever seen you. Leaving you that night there was the hardest thing in the world. It was a scary place. I mean, leaving your baby sister in a mental hospital isn't exactly, you know, a fairy tale ending.
She gives me everything, and tenderly the kiss my lover brings, she'll bring to me, and I love her. Bright are the stars that shine
Dark is the sky. I know this love of mine will never die.
You didn't sing the whole time when you were with him, and I remember like the first time when I heard you sing again, I knew that gives back.
Say it, Grandma. Say it. What? Say what?
Let me take a selfie.
Let me take a selfie.
I would like to think you missed your family because you came back to us and you seem pretty happy that you did. We sure are.
I took the phone and I said hello, and all I hear is, "Hi, Corey."
I was going on a run and we were running down the hill and you were volunteering there. Seeing you again, it was like such a huge relief, and I smiled so big because I knew you were okay and that you were safe.
Paige was a big part of it too. Reconnecting with her when you did, she helped you.
I first started getting feelings for you in middle school. I fell for you a little bit, but I was really shy to tell you to because I was kind of confused myself about it. Seeing you again, like so abruptly, it was amazing. My heart just dropped. I did those feelings returned.